Have you felt oppressed before?
In the past, absolutely, for my sexuality. So I'm from Kingston, and I'm not making fun of the city as a whole. It's just it is very straight. Not much diversity when it comes to sexuality. I was actually the first girl in my school to come out of like 1,300 students, and some people took it well, but other people were very immature about it, and were just saying ignorant things to me, like, oh, like, have you ever watched me change before? Or, oh my god, that means like you must have a crush on me, right? So, like, from the very beginning, yeah, that was frustrating. Homophobia wise, luckily, I've used my voice to really stand up against it and not experience that much. But pretty recently, I haven't been open about this yet and like told people, but I went to a gay bar like 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, and I wore a shirt that said "I like girls and pizza," and these guys were just ripping on me and my friend, who were very like, I guess to them apparently gay, and yeah, so that like I actually was really worried for my safety. That's the first time I guess like I felt physically threatened. So hopefully it never happens again.
Has oppression impacted how you feel about yourself?
In the past, yes, just because again in high school you are a lot more susceptible to other people's opinions, um, and they do bother you a lot more. But ever since coming to university and coming out, not at all. I'm very proud of who I am, and I'm very proud of being diverse and different. So I wouldn't change it for the world now. I love it.
Has oppression ever stopped you from going out or being social?
Absolutely not.
Does your sorority have a diverse background?
So I'll only look at it from like a sexuality standpoint because that's the way I've been answering the other questions. In sexuality aspect, I would say no, just because to my knowledge I am the first openly gay girl in Tausig. But I mean, who knows in the past? I haven't asked around that intensely, but to my knowledge, it's not that diverse in that sense.
Has joining your organization helped you to overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression?
100% yes. Even when I was rushing, I had sisters come up to me who had seen my coming out videos and just say right off the bat, like, I 100% support you. If you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. Like, I had friends who were gay, cousins, sisters, etc., etc. And it's only gotten better from there. You know, even through pledging, and now that like I have a girlfriend, everyone found out about it, and they've been nothing but supportive and amazing, and are always asking me about her. And yeah, it feels amazing to have that much support from people that you're so close with. So I'm very appreciative.
Have you felt oppression or oppressed before?
No one has ever necessarily made me feel oppressed, but more so just like hearing like casual racism or just like jokes around me. I guess like that's an example of being oppressed.
Has oppression impacted how you feel about yourself?
Kind of made me feel like makes me feel a little sad at first, but then just like thinking about it and like really like educating people and like voicing my opinion about how what they're saying is wrong, really just like makes me feel better, like empowers.
Has oppression ever stopped you from going out or being social?
Yeah.
Does your sorority have diversity, a diverse background of people?
Yeah, my sorority has a lot of people from like different backgrounds, girls who have grown up in different cultures with different places. We also have a couple of people who don't identify necessarily as heterosexual, so just like a lot of different perspectives.
Has joining an organization helped you to overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression?
It definitely has, just because there are other girls who are like in the same situation or have experienced the same things, and it's interesting to kind of like hear their opinions and how they've dealt with it.
Have you felt oppressed before?
I have, in a sense that it's always been a struggle to find people or even friends who understand the way you feel or don't have any judgments about your sexuality. I've never necessarily felt like it has impacted the way people react towards me. Rather, it has just been a small barrier.
Has oppression impacted how you feel about yourself?
There has been times where I believe that I was kind of wrong and that perhaps I should be able to decide between male and females, and that maybe I was kidding myself and the fact that I like both. I've often felt very nervous and confused about this because my parents, friends, and society didn't understand that it was possible to like both.
Has oppression ever stopped you from going out or being social?
No, I don't think so.
Does your sorority have a diverse background?
Yes, absolutely. My sorority is just comprised of women from different races and cultures and sexualities.
Has joining your organization helped you to overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression?
Joining my sorority has been a blessing, honestly. Since joining, I've been welcomed into a group of women who could care less about your sexual preference or your race and just love you for being exactly who you are. The large amount of girls have also given me a chance to meet other women who are lesbian and bisexual and who understand me and how I feel and a lot of the struggles I've been through. Coming from a very small town, I was the only one for miles who seemed to stray away from being straight. So I've never really had anyone to talk to before that could really relate or understand me. Alpha Phi and joining Alpha Phi has made me realize that it truly doesn't matter what others may think of me and what they may think about my sexuality, because my sisters love me for who I am and I never feel ashamed when I'm around them.
Have you felt oppressed before?
Yep.
Oppression impacted how you feel about yourself.
When I was younger, but like not anymore.
Oppression ever stopped you from being social or going out?
No.
Does your sorority have a diverse background?
Well, when I was initiated, like we used to, but since then, like I feel like we've just become less and less diverse. Like we're majority, like it's white. So.
Joining your organization help you overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression?
Not really.
Have you felt oppressed before? Yeah, I have felt oppressed before. I do strongly believe racism is still so prevalent in our society that I often find myself constantly questioning if my race or gender holds me back in many situations at work and in both platonic and romantic relationships, as well as other areas. I definitely do feel as though being black and a woman has crossed my mind and affected my choices in how I live in society. I can feel as though I am being held back quite a lot. Has oppression impacted how you feel about yourself? Yeah, with Western features being seen as beautiful, growing up I definitely remember a stage of feeling insecure for not being the Western standard of beauty. So for some time I had feelings of inferiority stemming solely because of my race, and it's something that sometimes still runs through my mind. Apart from looks, I see how oppression has influenced my actions. I can see that I do hold back in situations out of fear of being judged and dismissed because I am black. A lot of popular stereotypes of black people, such as being too sensitive or playing the race card, are extremely derailing and hurtful. I can safely say I have been held back from speaking up or defending myself, since it would be really depressing to have stereotypes thrown in my face. Has oppression ever stopped you from going out or being social? No. I can't think of an instance where it stopped me from going out or being social in regards to my race. I'm still very aware of how people perceive me and such because of my race, though, in social situations. And going out in new situations with new people, but I can't think of a time where it's ever stopped me. Do you feel that your sorority has a diverse background? No, my sorority is predominantly white. I do not feel as though the background is that diverse. We do have some diversity, however, it is mainly made up of one race. Has joining your sorority helped you to overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression? Joining my sorority has not helped me overcome negative feelings of oppression. To me, society's influences are still prevalent within our organization. I still do feel impacted by oppression in the same ways in my sorority, whether it's holding back my feelings or thoughts or out of fear of stereotyping or feelings of inferiority in other areas. My organization hasn't really helped me move past them.
Have you felt oppressed before?
I think I have. There's this one time where it was a complete joke. Like one of my friends, we were going to like a social gathering, and I was with like three of my really good friends. They're like all white, and then like one of this other guy, he was brown as well. And they were like, "You guys bring up our street cred."
Has oppression impacted how you feel about yourself?
I feel like it has sometimes. Like sometimes it makes me really, really sad. Sometimes like, okay, whatever, it's fine.
Does your sorority have a diverse background?
I feel we have a diverse background in terms of personality and all that kind of stuff, but in terms of ethnicity and race, not so much.
Has oppression ever stopped you from being social or going out?
No.
Has joining an organization helped you to overcome negative feelings that have resulted from oppression?
I don't think I really had like really, really negative feelings where I was like, oh, oppression, oh. But so I guess my answer would be no.